Hello, I'm going to show you a dry fit I'm starting to do on the stool. I have another video on mortise and tenon by hand. They happen to be angled mortises. The front assemblies, there's two of them. Here's one that actually is glued. They lean at 4 degrees and I have a video showing 4-degree mortises. The sides are joined by a single rail, so each assembly joins with a single rail at a 6-degree mortise. So this video I want to talk about a dry fit, and I wrote down some things so that I stay on point a little better, and I notice I talk pretty slow in my videos, so I'm going to try to talk a little faster too. I want to emphasize the importance of a dry fit. I've had a number of experiences, shall we say. I've learned the hard way to do a dry fit. And assembly is easier if you'll do it in stages and glue up some pieces as separate assemblies and then glue those assemblies together. You will experience more success if you'll take that approach. I'm just saying I've learned the hard way to do that. But there's 3 things that I'm looking for in a dry fit. Number one, I'm looking for screw-ups. I'm looking for design errors. You know, a dry fit is especially important if it's a piece you design, and you know you're doing a prototype or you're doing a new design, trying something new that you haven't done before. The dry fit becomes even more important. So I'm looking for design errors. I'm looking for screw-ups in measurements. I'm looking for errors in judgment about strength, about what will work, the rigidity. Those are the kind of things I'm scrutinizing the design itself. The second thing, I'm looking for opportunities in design. You know, is there little improvements I can make along the way to give a more finished appearance, a more refined appearance, and more pleasing artistic look to the piece. So I already see a couple of things that I'll do with this that will improve its overall design and the artistry of the design, if you will. So those are things I'm looking for in the first category of things. The second category is the overall fit and finish of the joinery and what minor cosmetic repairs I might have to make. If we're going to be honest, joinery doesn't always come out perfect. Here's a joint that's nearly perfect. You know, I didn't have to beat it together. It was tapped together. I have tight shoulders, tight sides. It's just a good joint. As you do joinery and get into the craft more and more, if we're going to be honest, you go through a stage of maybe where most of your joints don't fit well. Then as you get better, maybe hopefully half of your joints are well fitting, the other half not so bad, not so good, but not so bad. And as you get better and better, hopefully majority of your joints are really good, and then you have a few problem joints. That's if we're being honest. For instance, this piece has a joint here where you have this wonderful joint. It glued up good. It's a good joint. There's one errant cut with the chisel in the start of the mortise. It probably goes in just a short way, maybe a 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch. There's a little angle error there right at that, maybe one errant chisel cut. But I can plug that with an end grain wedge glued in. It'll blend in with the end grain of the pillowed protruding tenon. I can pair that and it'll look fine and be fine and be very hard to detect. And it's little, in fact that would be a good video, is little cosmetic improvements to minor cosmetic defects, if you will. And that would be something I'm looking for in a dry fit. The point of a dry fit is, what do I have facing me once the piece is glued up? The third category of things I'm looking for in a dry fit is the overall plan of gluing up. I've said this before, that it's kind of like a dance, and you do choreography for a dance. You choreograph the dance. You have a plan of how you're going to do this glue up, and you practice it. You know, you go through the dance rehearsal, you go through a dress rehearsal on the piece, and you spot any problems. You know, can clamps glue on a 6-degree assembly without wedges here? Can you just put typical little pads, clamp it up, and will it grab? How many clamps do you need? What are clamping problems you're going to encounter? Those kind of things. You're looking for the formulation of a glue up plan or choreography to your glue up. Can't emphasize that too strongly, that you put work into a piece. You need to do that dry fit. It will instantly improve the quality of your pieces and make you into a better craftsman. So these are things that I am continuing to learn the hard way, and I have learned the hard way, and it's taken me a long time. And thank you for watching, and I hope this helps some people.